The brain is essentially a connection device. It connects. In order to create meaning in the world, what it does is it compares. It says, this is like that. And I know that this is like that because here are the ways in which they are similar. And because I already know about this, I know that I can know something about that, and it makes that predictable. So it uses links to create comparisons which assist in predictability. And it does this literally physically in the brain by creating neural pathways. So you'll have an experience already housed or stored, and it will be linked to a new experience. And this is ridiculously simplistic, but this is how we create meaning, through neural pathways, through a link. The more the experiences or the things or objects being understood match each other, then the stronger the neural connection will be, the greater the firing of the neural connection. The more the two things are put together in sequence, also the stronger the neural connection will be. So the things that make the neural connection stronger will be likeness, where one mirrors the other, trauma of the connection or where the connection was created, the intensity, in other words, the emotional intensity, because emotional intensity is perceived by the central nervous system as significance. So trauma and intensity create significance, as does likeness. And the other thing is repetition. Repetition could be meaningless. So if there is no connection between black felt tip pen and me kicking you in the shin, in the left shin, so pain in the left shin, nothing. There's no connection between the two. If I show you the two experiences, there's nothing there. There should be no ability to create a neural connection, but repetition would allow me to. If every time I showed you a black felt tip pen, I booted you in the shin, well, eventually you just slapped me in the face. But if I did that over and over and over again, soon enough, I'd only have to show you the black felt tip pen and you would experience pain in the shin. So repetition is a way that sort of breaks this system, because this system really should work on its own. It is right that things that are like one another should have a stronger neural connection and significance. It is right that things that occur with greater emotional intensity or trauma would have greater significance, but repetition also does that too. The abuser, the person who has formed the trauma bond with you, knows this. They don't know it in a conscious way. They're not like interested in how the brain forms meaning, but they know it at an instinctive level. Remember as well, intensity can just be intense feelings, and it can even be pleasurable feelings. So it could be laughter, it could be sexual pleasure, it could be physical pleasure, it could be drugs, it could be whatever it is that is intense, has a greater, deeper impact on the central nervous system, and the neural connection will be stronger. Within this, what we're saying is that there is a bond between the abuser and you as the target that is there, that you feel. You feel this link to them that is not logical, that is not based on what your brain is telling you, that is not based on what your critical higher functions would be telling you, your mind would be telling you, but is based on what your body and brain just want to do. Your body and brain have become malignantly and artificially linked to this person, which gives them a power that they don't deserve. We've already described how this can happen through operant conditioning and intermittent reward and intermittent punishment of the target. Eventually, more and more neural pathways will be formed. Plus, because they're the person giving the signal, it puts them in a parental or authority role, which de facto infantilizes you. So really, this should be drawn this way. Well, the relationship might start horizontal like this, and then it will eventually dip to here, but then over time, it will be a link that looks like this between you and the abuser. And this would have become, over time, with repeated trauma, with all the drama, with all the hassle, with all the heartache, with all the pain, with all the suffering, this link will have become very, very muscular. Like a muscle is made of fibers that are created as a result of being stressed, of being worked, same as it is with your neural pathways. The more they're fired, the thicker and the stronger they get. So the abuser effectively is using like a software fault in the human system that allows them to have power over you. These neural networks become a chain, a bond, a bonding chain that even if you want to escape from, you can't. And then you'll have difficult conversations with people who'll say things to you like, why don't you just leave him? Why don't you just leave her? Well, we've got kids. Well, take the kids and take them to another physical location. Your parents will help, your friends will help, blah, blah, blah. People give you all these justifications. Why won't you just? Why won't you just? Well, how are you going to explain this? I want to. My stupid central nervous system won't let me. Why? Because it's been trained not to do it. I'm showing you this because I really, really want to emphasize to you. I'm trying to sell you on an idea and the importance of something that is so dull and pedestrian and non-shiny and non-flashy, because we all want the flashy, shiny, interesting ways of getting things done and forming solutions. But this isn't, but it's the one that works the best in any field.